This is a video, reaction video. YouTube, this is a reaction video. This is just to show the world how the men that these younger generation looks up to and makes the gangster lifestyle look appealing. This video is going to show how when it comes down to it and you got to pay the price for doing that gangster stuff, how them gangsters that the kids look up to, how they react in a way that they don't want nothing to do with the consequences. So they ain't gangster no more. They only gangster until they get caught. Y'all check the video out though. And y'all watch this and learn. And stay out in the streets.
Team in a superseding indictment involving weapons and pumping that work. 5 members of YMM will plead guilty to the conspiracy charges and will be sentenced. Jacoby Boyd was sentenced to 480 months of incarceration. Alfred L. Cobbins was sentenced to 252 months of incarceration. Sean Gunnar Grayson was sentenced to 207 months of incarceration. Reuben Rube Geiger was sentenced to 220 months of incarceration. Darius D-Man Williams was sentenced to 156 months of incarceration. In August of 2015, federal RICO charges for crushing the ops will be added against the remaining alleged members of YMM in a second superseding indictment. Wilson will plead guilty and was sentenced to 180 months of incarceration. Keelan will be sentenced to life plus 10 years after being convicted of multiple counts of deleting his ops. Hitty will be sentenced to life in prison for his participation in the RICO. Delwood will be sentenced to 16 years of incarceration for his participation in the same conspiracy. Brian Scott will receive 20 years in prison for his role in the conspiracy. On Wednesday, December the 13th, Lionel Allen, aka Lot, will become the last of a group of 5 YMM members to be sentenced following being convicted. In June, Lot's co-defendants, Titty, Rod, Pooh Stupid, and Brian Scott had been sentenced earlier that fall. Lot was convicted of 21 of the 24 counts against him. He will receive the harshest punishment of the 5 men. Lionel Allen, aka Lot's convictions were racketeering, 3 counts of crushing his ops.
Did y'all get that? One of the guys going on trial got convicted. His name is Stupid. Is that not ironic? He has a name. He has a street name that says Stupid. It says a lot. I know he feels stupid now. He living up to his name, ain't he? Y'all check this out.
In the aid of racketeering, the victims would be Deshaun Hoffman, Kenny Smith, and Travis Thomas. 6 counts of assault with a weapon in the aid of racketeering, 8 counts of discharging a weapon in relation to a crime, moving that work, and conspiracy to possess the blickies. Smith and Hoffman, who had been deleted in April and June of 2012, as well as Thomas, who had been crushed in May of 2013, would all be on Lot's charges. Lot would also be accused of spitting the bin 12 and 15 October 2011 and May 2013. Acting U.S. Attorney Dwayne D. Evans would announce that Lionel Allen, aka Lot, will be sentenced after having previously been found guilty of violating the Racketeer Influence Corrupt Organizations Act, aka RICO. U.S. District Judge Kurt D. Engelhardt was sentenced Lot to serve life in prison plus 420 months, which is 35 years, to run consecutive.
Newman actually jumped up and started to shout out while the verdict was being read. He wanted to be taken out of the courtroom. The court was then...
Y'all hear that, right? Man jumped up and shouted, want to be taken out of the courtroom. He can't take it. That pressure plus that pipe, he can't take it. Y'all check it out.
Presumes this is a day that would ever come. One of the suspects, Sam Newman, actually jumped up and started to shout out while the verdict was being read. He wanted to be taken out of the courtroom. The court was then resumed to order as while the verdict was being read. He wanted to be taken out of the courtroom. The court was then resumed to order as they continued to read the verdict. He jumped up and started to shout out.
What y'all think he was shouting? I bet y'all he was shouting, "Please, Judge. No, please, Judge. Please don't lock me up. Please, I won't do it again. Please don't do it. Please don't jump. Don't throw away the key on me. I won't do it no more." I bet you he was shouting that. I bet you he wasn't shouting no, He hard, he a gangster. I bet you that. Go check it out.
While the verdict was being read, he wanted to be taken out of the courtroom. The court was then resumed to order as suspect Sam Newman actually jumped up and started to shout out. While the verdict was being read, he wanted to be taken out of the courtroom. The court was then resumed to order as they suspect Sam Newman actually jumped up and started to shout out. While the verdict was being read, he wanted to be taken out of the courtroom. The court was then resumed to order as they continued to read the verdict. Certainly will.
It's too late now, though. Yeah, it's too late to jump up and holler now. You should have thought about that. So, y'all watching this, y'all take heed and learn from this. If them boys supposed to be stone cold killers and they jumping up hollering and begging for mercy, what do you think y'all gonna do? Y'all boys stay out the streets, man.